that I've told this story. I probably told this to Barbara once, and then I told it to you, and this might be the third time. And then I realize how it keeps changing as you tell the story.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want you to tell, let Barbara see my walking from Ben story.
Well, you know, your first telling of the Niagara film was, you had quite a lot about the storm coming across the North Sea and how trees were falling. You had a very dramatic...
it must have been November.
And then, so with your current one, I think you got fixated on the smoking and the projector, and it was all this little burrow mentality. You're there in the barn, and watching it. Whereas previously, you sort of started this very dramatic, romantic Caspar David Friedrich thing where there's just this...
that's what happened.
Well, the stories are... You know, there's a wonderful tale told of the secretary of the Medieval Academy of America for years and years, Mr. Charles Miller. He used to... When America was much more diffuse, and there were people at Slippery Rock University, and they were the professor of French, and they were interested in Chanson de Geste or something, and they would come once a year to Boston, where the Medieval Academy was on Mass Ave, and they would just check in with him and chat, and they would swap stories. He had a superb memory, and people would tell stories to him, and he would listen to them always, and at the end he would say, 3 years ago, you told me that story, and this detail was different than this. So he was obviously had a folkloric view of, well, it's like the child ballads. What is the actual corpus of it, or do you want the Joseph Bédier, Le Bon Manuscrit version of this? So you've got the thing. You've got several versions. It's fun. We'll have footnotes.
No, there's probably another one, and that's the one that I tell myself, that I would never tell anybody else.
Go on. Come on, Egil.
It's okay, you've got enough of it. Enough torture of the native informant.
No, but it made me really think after I told the story about my walking back from Bend, which I've told to quite a few people, because a lot of people have been backpacking, bad experiences. And then my problem, I think, with talking or relating something to it is, I want to get through it very quickly because I have this sense that I'm boring people.
It's a mistake. You're not.
No, I really do. I have this sense, I look at them and they kind of, they're bored, so I just kind of skip through or this like that.
I think we got the full version. It was 11 minutes. I said, I think we got the full version. It was 11 minutes.
But where were you?
That's fun. I realized that. I believe when I talk, even about anything, I just have this sense that I'm boring somebody.
Yeah, you're not. But when you were, so where were you when you were on the North Sea? Where would that have been?
This is actually not far from the North Sea. We lived in in the British sector. Germany was divided into the British, American, French, and the Ruskies. And we were and the British had the northern Germany part in a Lüneburger Heath. These are kind of beautiful. Actually, I found a photograph of the camp where you can see one of our barracks. I should print it off and show it to you so you get a bit of a sense.
Illustration in the book.
Yeah. Very good.
And it's interesting, that place. You can go on a Google map, and I know exactly where it is, where the camp was. There used to be a German army camp, and for a while I think also a prisoner of war camp of some sort, before they put the DPs in there. And the substantial camp was pretty big. I mean, many hundreds of barracks and all that. And we used to walk through there to a German village, which is about 5 miles, about 4 miles, every morning to school and back. And you see Google Map very close down. It's gone. It's overgrown. There's nothing left. The village, of course, is there. So it's kind of fun just to see. I walked here, but it's not there anymore. Might not have been there.
Was it ever there?